Hello and welcome to our first Dreamweaver website design project. In this series you'll learn how to build a complete website from start to finish using Dreamweaver CS6. You can use your own images and resources for this project, or if you prefer you can download all of the project files shown in these tutorials. You can also get the complete series manual in printed or ebook format along with the high definition video tutorials from wizibooks.com. In our last couple of lessons, we've been adding, formatting and positioning the content of our About page. If I scroll down the bottom, this is the finished version. We've got the three boxes along the bottom here, and this is what we'll be working on in this lesson. I'm going to switch to our page as it looks at the moment, and you can see that we've actually got the boxes in there, but there's no content there at the moment. These are actually part of our template, so they will come in on any file that we base that template on. But of course, in the template, they don't contain any content. If you've got the asset files that accompany these lessons, then you'll already have the text that we're going to be using to pop into these boxes. I'm just going to switch over to the assets folder, and in here we've got a script subfolder. And if we open that one up, we've got the text for the About page in a plain text document. I'm just going to open that one up for a second, and here's the information that we're going to be placing into those boxes. So I'll be coming back here to copy this information as we need it. So let's switch to Dreamweaver, and I've opened the About HTML file, and the areas we've been working on are the left and right side. Just underneath that we have our content area and the three boxes that we'll be working on in this lesson. So let's start by adding the content for the first box. I'm going to place my cursor in between the opening and closing box div, press a tab, and we're going to start with an H2 tag or second level heading tag, and that's H2, and we'll close that tag, and then we'll position our cursor in between the opening and closing tag, and the title for this first box was Summer Colors. And underneath the title we had an image, so we'll open up an image tag, open up the browser, and we'll insert the first image, and that was box 6. It's the picture of the flowers, and again you can see the dimensions for this image. I'll say OK to that, and we'll close that image tag off. And then underneath that we had the paragraph of text. So I'm going to open a P tag and close it, position my cursor just in between the two, and this is where I'm going to switch back to my text document. So this is the text that we want to add to the first box, so I'll highlight that and copy, and then we'll come back to Dreamweaver and paste. So that's our first box complete. Let's save that, and we'll go and preview. So here's the file that we're working on, and all I need to do is refresh, and you'll see that that first box now is complete. So we've got our heading 2, our image, and our short paragraph of text. So let's do the other boxes. We'll switch back to Dreamweaver. Now I've already set the structure up here for the first box, so I'm simply going to copy that and paste that in for the second and third box, and we'll save that. And if we just preview that one now and refresh, you'll see that all of the boxes are the same. So the content's added, but for these two boxes it's the wrong content. So let's just go and edit that one now. We'll minimize this and go back to Dreamweaver. The title for the second box was Time Worn Boat. And I know that the image file was the box image number 7. So we'll just edit the 6 for a 7. And again we'll switch back to my text document here, and this is the text that we want to add to that second box. So we'll highlight that and copy, come back into Dreamweaver, and we'll select the text that we've got in there already and we'll paste. So that's our second box. Now let's do the third. The title for that one is Morning Mist. And again, I can just change the number of the image file because I know that they run consecutively. So we've got first image is number 6, 7, so this is going to be image number 8. And again, we'll replace this text with the proper wording. So we'll switch back to our text document, highlight this and copy. Then we'll come back to Dreamweaver. I've already selected it, so we'll just choose paste. And the text for that last box comes in. Let's save that. And let's switch over and preview that. So when we refresh, we've now got our 3 boxes complete. So that pretty much finishes off the About page, apart from the animation in the banner, and we'll be covering that shortly. So we've got our 2 columns and we've got our 3 boxes at the bottom of the page. Now, 1 or 2 of you may have noticed a spelling error on the page, and this would be a good time to run the spell check. So we'll switch back to Dreamweaver, and I'm going to change to Design View. And from here, we'll come up to File, and Check Page, and we'll choose Spelling. The spell check will open, and here's the spelling mistake. I've spelt summer wrong here, so we'll select the correct version and we'll say change. It's asking me if I want to change the time worn entry as well, and we could at this point edit that, so let's change it to 2 words, time worn, and we'll change. It's good practice to spell check your documents once you've finished entering all the content. I'll say yes to that. It's picked up on the O'Dowd for John O'Dowd, and I know that there's quite a few of these on the page, so I'm going to say ignore all. Once we do that, the spell check completes, and we'll simply say OK, and summer is now spelt correctly. So that's our About page all complete. If you found this series of videos helpful and you want to receive updates on video tutorials as they're released, why not subscribe to my channel? And don't forget to like and share it with your friends.